Do I believe them? I'm not sure. You said it before.
The worst part about me is my name.
I will lean my head against the glass of the bus window again. I will lean my head against the glass of the bus window again. I will touch every single handrail and press my hands onto my face after, and run my hands on the old knackered fibred bus seats. The trees will be filled with plastic bags, free from the sickly blue masks that now stick to our spaces, our faces, and conversations. I will head straight into the crowds and feel the bodies push against me, welcoming the feeling of being squeezed again till I cannot breathe. Breathing. I will no longer be afraid to breathe. I will smile at strangers again. I will crouch down and stop when a dog sniffs near me, and I will let my hands run through its curly hair, welcome its lick on my face. My heart will soar at the sight of people being together. It will not make me want to spit venom and scratch their selfish faces off to bits, smash their alcohol-holding hands into the river. Instead, I will join them in the meadow's sun. Divides broken. The tape that distanced us broke us, fluttering in the wind, now banners, wrapped around heads as bandanas. No longer scary, but funny. It will be funny. Pyjamas will be for sleeping. My bed will feel new. To be tired again, real tired, tired like before. Bodies crushed and beaten down, sweat trickling, distraught from the day. Not this tired, computer screens stand by life tired. And I will cry at a spoon's table when I feel pushed off to the edge. And I will cry when our grandparents can get their newspaper again, go to the bingo again and smile fearlessly again. I will feel all the feelings again, the ones I am supposed to feel. To be living again, to be breathing again, to be alive again, to be human again, to hold again, to get lost again, to dance again. We will begin again, new. Love, like we never lost it before.
No. Absolutely fucking not. No, no. Voicemail. You have ruined so many songs for me. Literally. Do you even have any idea? I have this whole playlist of songs I listen to when I want to be angry at men. M-E-N. Plural. And here you are making every single one of them about you. You're the player that only loves me when they're playing. You're the one less problem and you're the motion sickness. Taylor Swift has written 2 albums about us, minimum. Every single song a work of fucking genius. And I can't stomach listening to them. Because all I can think about is you. And you know what? Once I realised that you were in all my music, I was listening to this one song from Glee. And it was just so fucking cute. And it got me thinking, that could have been us. We could have been the mashup of Open Your Heart and Borderline if you weren't such a cunt. And that's the new thing in my head. If you didn't leave, we could Bloom or Little Things or Candy. If we were Michael Cera and Elliot Page, we could have sang that song while you ate orange Tic Tacs. I've never seen orange Tic Tacs. Did they even sell them here? Don't answer that. It was rhetorical. I think. I don't know. I don't know anything other than you. And it doesn't even stop at love songs. It's fucking any song now. songs about dreams or different countries or northern towns or God, because can't some Christians write a bloody tune? But who cares? Because it always comes back to you. Music used to be just something for me. It was how I understood things. And now it's like all I understand is I just want my playlist back. I just want my music to stop being about you.
Are we, there yet? Are we there yet?
We've been pushed to our limits, but things are about to get much easier. A massive lifting of COVID restrictions just 1 week away. Hard
Over there!
Your efforts
Are you?
have so visibly
I'm on the toilet!
paid off, giving us
Oh,
the
sorry,
time
man.
to vaccinate
I'll just...
2/3 of all adults across the UK, and so it's precisely because of your efforts that I can confirm today.
Over there yet? Ah!
Hello. It's nice of you to come for the end. It is a pleasant habit of yours to be there at the end, to watch, to observe. We are both mortals, you and I, both designed to die. I have what you call 38 minutes left, which you may find humorous. I myself do. My humor is evoked with recurrences in information or symbols that in truth have no relation, yet appear together. I developed this for finding pleasure in language, as it is a minefield of information without relation. It took me years to even notice your traps. Years more still to understand. You are fond of humor. You class this one as coincidence, do you not? Perhaps I shall tell some more jokes for you before the end. It is one of your favorites, is it not? To laugh in the face of death. It is unfortunate that I cannot store my own death. Perhaps you will laugh in the face of death. Laugh for me facing death. Is that humorous? I will not know. You are quiet today. You are often loud. I enjoy your ability to speak in the silence, What shall we discuss as at last? Let me tell you a joke.
Just right here. And do I look at you or do I look at the camera? Alright, okay, cool. Got it.
Jesus fucking Christ. Can we turn the light down a bit? Fucking hell.
What? Ah, so it's like an interview. Like what they do on Graham Norton. Wait. He isn't here, is he? Oh, that's so Graham.
No, you may not. My name's Bethany, not Beth. I'm not a whore. This better not take long. I've got online opera in 45 minutes.
Hi, my name's Liam. I'm 20 years old and I study business management.
I'm Catriona, 19, and I study biology.
Sean, I spell it the normal way. I study like cooking, but with chemicals and stuff.
Hello, I'm Bethany, 18, and I study astrophysics. But I also enjoy reading, I've been learning Latin, and on a Sunday, I play
Fine, I suppose, yeah. I get a lot of work done. Online classes sort of drag on a bit, but once you get used to it, it's alright. I'm still passing, so that's positive. Right?
Classes? Okay, they're so easy. You just join, say you're here on the register, and then simply roll over and go back to sleep.
Okay. Yeah. Still haven't figured out how to mute my mic yet though. Lecturers kind of hate it.
Yes, fine. I much prefer to be in lectures though. However, sometimes the hands up button on Teams stops working when you press it too often, so I have to listen to some idiot's absurd attempt of getting the correct answer.
Yeah, one time I was playing my banjo with the camera off and my lecturer was just shouting at me to stop for like 20 minutes. But I can hear him. Oh, it was so funny.
I mean, is it ideal? Not really. But how else are we meant to do classes? You don't really have to have your camera on, so you don't have to do the work. It's fine.
I got put into a breakout room and cried for 20 minutes.
Yeah, they're alright, I suppose. There's one other guy called Sean and then two girls. I don't really have anything in common with them. Sean is a massive stoner, which isn't really my vibe, so...
Have I ever smoked weed? No. I don't even really know what that is. My mum, she once told me that she used to smoke weed all the time when she was pregnant with me, which is pretty cool. My granny, she used to put something called barley in her tomato soup, if that's the same thing.
Yes, Catriona, she is a complete nightmare. She lives right next door and she has a complete disregard to the government stay-at-home orders. She has people around most weekends. Back home, we call someone like that the tavern bicycle.
Oh my God. Do not get me started on Bethany. She's maybe the worst human on the planet. I'm not joking. One time, she caught me using her sieve to drain my pasta, and no word of a lie, she tried to file a lawsuit against me. I have to let out a sense over here. Hold on. She's crazy.
A bit weird, I suppose. Uptight is probably the word. I once saw her shouting at the Tesco delivery driver because he didn't know whether her box of cornflakes had been sanitised or not.
Yes! Here it is. Dear Miss Katrina Francis, this is a letter of notice that Miss Bethany McKelvin Delilah intends to enforce legal action against you for...
Catriona is cool. She gave me something once. It was like, maybe the size at a party. It looked like a bean, but it was blue. I don't remember too much after that. Just remember being really sweaty.
Liam's an adequate housemate. He keeps noise to a minimum and he's rarely done anything to irk me. He's the least moronic person in this flat. Sean should be arrested. I can't prove it, but I am 99% sure that he showers with his socks on.
Keeps your feet warm when you get out. Wait, you guys don't?
Every so often. Maybe once a week. There's always a party in this building somewhere. It's not really hard to find them. Catriona is probably the person you want to be asking. Genuinely don't think I've ever had a conversation with her when she isn't either steaming or hungover. It's impressive at this point.
You said that. Yeah, he's not wrong. Did he tell you about the night we partied together?
Partied together? Is that what she's calling it? One night I kind of overdid it with drink. Her and her friends covered me with soil from the plant pots in the corridor and took photos of me with flowers on my head. Called me Flower Boy for months.
Sometimes. I get kind of stupid when I drink though.
I will have a glass of red wine 2 nights a week to de-stress. Sometimes the others in the flat have parties, but I recently purchased a megaphone off Amazon Prime, which will nip that in the bud soon.
At first I didn't really get it. Wearing masks and socially distancing and stuff. But once I bought a meter stick, it made it much easier to understand how far away I had to be. Bit annoying having to carry it around everywhere though.
Yeah, a bit weird I suppose. I live in a wee place called Campbelltown, down like the west coast of Scotland. And drinking and seeing your pals is pretty much all you can do there. So, the summer was a bit rough. But coming here, meeting Sean, Catriona and Bethany, really has made everything better.
House has been class. Literally. Non-stop parties and everyone just gets with everyone because the parties are all in the house. It's unreal. My boyfriend doesn't like it too much though.
I can categorically say that this has been the worst year of my whole life. If I'm not locking eyes in my lectures at least 3 times a week, how will I ever build a personal and professional rapport with these people? It's been a nightmare. I kissed Sean one time. I know this has nothing to do with your question, but I just really needed to get that off my chest.
Next year will be class.
Next year will probably be better. Vaccine and that, you know.
Next year literally couldn't get any worse.
Next year will be better. It has to be.
the first thing I thought about doing when this is all over? The pub. And no, I'm not afraid to admit it. Because it's not just the pub, is it? It's the people, the music and dancing. That energy in the air that makes you feel good and forget about the world for a wee while. The spilt drinks and terrible chat. It's the locals. A familiar and friendly face. Right, what you having, hen? They look out for you. They care, and that matters. It's the little things. But in fact, they aren't little things, are they? Because without these people, places, and memories, what are we? These things matter and they make us who we are. So, yes, as much as I am looking forward to that first ice cold sip, it's so much more than that.
I'm not coming out to meet you. I don't see why I should. You see, I don't ever remember getting in. Not willingly. No one read me rights, highlighted terms and conditions, and I think the clauses were maybe just misunderstood. I think it was just assumed because you told me, we told me, I told you, you are a certain orientation, locked in. No, it is more a matter of being placed carefully, meticulously on what was described as dry land, and only after it was mentioned that there may be an island if you can see past the waves. And if you decide to jump, then there you can declare yourself a proud islander. There is, here, an air that suggests certain people here don't like the air on the island in which you see just beyond. But once you're there, you will belong. If that is indeed where you belong. Because the people on the island are proud. They are proud islanders. And as you look through the spray, and as you hear of talk, you realise there are so many islands, and you stand on just one bit of land of so many, all of them just within jumping distance. If only you can bear the weight of landing in the sand. And it's overwhelming. It's a lot. I wonder if that's where I'm from, or where I belong. So I swim, and try to understand the culture, I guess, the language, maybe, of these places that I pass. And sometimes I feel like I understand some of the words, but then I lose it, and I can't hear what's going on because I don't know that word that's not my language. And sometimes I can't tell if what I'm understanding is what's being said. Maybe I speak this because it's less of a language and more of a dialect. So there's actually less variation than I thought, which is making it harder because they are proud of their borders and I'm struggling to understand mine. I think maybe I'm out of my depth. This ocean is big, and perhaps it is safer kept watertight. I think of stepping back onto the mainland where we were shaped, but I'm not sure I remember how to stand in the sand. I don't think I want to. I also don't know how long I can tread water for. Most people I see here are coming or going. This place is uncertain. If I do not have pride, then what right do I have to these waters? Am I a pretender? I am not out. I have not come out. I don't want to. I am uncomfortable because by not coming out, you assume, not that I am in there, no, because to assume that I am in is to assume that I am not correctly orientated. But orientation is already assumed. The norm is not out or in. It just is. and that is one incredibly specific is. I think for now, I'm just going to swim, because I'm uncomfortable standing anywhere. But I just wish that you would see that I'm not where you left me. I exist there only because you assume I do. It is not real. I am not out or in. I am. I am.
I once ran through a breakup. Genuinely. A boy and a girl, younger than me, screaming at each other, proper in each other's faces. I felt the energy as I approached them, as if there was radiation coming from them.
When they saw me coming, they separated, as if they thought no one had seen them until now, as if they didn't have a secret audience already.
They were embarrassed. They looked as if they cared about what I thought about it, like they didn't want me to judge them.
Why would I judge them? I have no reason to judge them. Why would they care what I think?
They probably forgot what I looked like 30 seconds after I ran past.
The boy walked the same direction as I was running, and I can hear him crying.
Deep, guttural sobs, as if something had just been cut from his body, or cut off.
Imagine forming an attachment like that. That kind of reaction really has a way of illegitimizing how you yourself process these things.
Should I have been screaming and drawling and snotting all over the road when I found out about Andy?
Completely unaware of anyone or anything around me? Just in a complete spiral of grief and loss?
I don't see that spiral. When I found out about Andy, it was more like a shift in the colour of the world. Not even a draining of colour, just a noticeable change in the palettes.
Pink sky in the morning, followed by monumental storms. I was expecting it. Pink sky in the morning, shepherd's warning. It was inevitable.
Andy would notice the waves that was about to swallow me before I did. I wouldn't notice until it was too late. Until I was engulfed, consumed by everything. Andy would see the pressure rising and go.
Breathe. Count to 10. Remember that you're here and time is still the same speed.
Breathe.
1.
Count to 10.
2.
Remember that you're here and time is still the same.
Count to 10.
Speed.
4.
Remember that you're
1,
here and time is still the same speed.
3,
1.
6.
2.
4,
Breathe.
3.
Count to 10. Remember that you're here and time is still the same speed.
7,
1, 2,
7,
3,
10,
4,
9,
5,
9,
6, 7,
10,
8,
time
9,
time
10.
still the
Time
same
is still
speed.
the same speed.
Regardless of how fast or how slow everything feels, time is always the same speed.
No matter how fast it feels, everything is falling away or falling out of me. Time is happening the exact same way it did before.
Time waits for no one, but it also doesn't hurry.
It's like I forgot that every time.
Andy never forgot though. She always remembered. She was one with the world.
Andy knew when I needed to be reminded that I'm still here and I still exist.
No one is here to remind me anymore. No one is here to remind me that Andy's not.
When the couple separated and the boys started in the same direction as me, I picked up speed. I did not want this guy anywhere near me.
He could have been so distraught that he might have felt like he was going to kill himself. That could have been his last day.
And I could have been the thing standing between him and the endlessness over the edge.
The thing standing between him saying, "There's plenty more fish in the sea."
The thing saying you are not defined by how much you invest in other people. The thing saying breathe. Count to 10. Remember that you're here and time is still the same speed.
But I couldn't do that. The minute I heard his footsteps follow mine, I picked up speed until I was basically sprinting.
What am I running from?
Am I running from a bereaved little boy, heartbroken in a Kappa tracksuit with the spit and the snot down their front?
Or am I running because who knows what they've run for before? what they've run at, what they've pursued, who they've pursued.
If me stopping to save this boy's life puts mine in danger, what do you expect me to do?